Breaking news this week out of the National Labor Relations Board. The National Labor Relations Board has said in a ruling this past Wednesday that the College Athletes Players Association, which has been led by Northwestern's Kane Coulter, has deemed the college athletes as employees rather than student athletes, and they can now form a union. This is a big deal. And let's break down this dichotomy for just a second. So basically what's happening on these college campuses are these students are being given free tuition, which in certain instances will amount to $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year with room and board and spending and all this other stuff. But they don't get any benefits of they get no collective bargaining. They're not considered employees. They're considered student athletes. Therefore, they're under more regulation. They really can't fight for benefits or wage. There's nothing. And what happens if you get this scholarship and you break your ankle or you break your toe, then they can say, we don't want you anymore, and your scholarship has been null and voided. Now this can now stop because of the NLRB decision. Because now these student athletes will be seen as employees of the university, thus qualifying to enter into a collective bargaining agreement with the university, allowing for more rights for the student athletes. Now, the University of Northwestern is disappointed, as they would be, by today's decision. What they said is that, they basically said they're disappointed. While they respect the NLRB process and the regional director's opinion, we disagree with it. Northwestern believes strongly that our student athletes are not employees, but students. Unionizing and collective bargaining are not the appropriate method to addressing the concerns raised by student athletes. So my question is, what is the appropriate way to deal with the concerns? The concerns have been addressed for years and years and years and years and years, and yet universities like Northwestern have done nothing about them. So the students have taken the power into their own hands, saying that not only are we students, we work for the university, and the university makes billions nationwide system, makes billions and billions and billions of dollars of profits out of these students. But they don't have the right to unionize, and they don't have the right to collectively bargain. Now, the NCAA issued its own statement. While not a party to the proceedings, the NCAA, the National Collegiate Athletic Association, is disappointed with the NLRB Region 13's determination that Northwestern football team may vote to be considered university employees. We strongly disagree with the notion that student athletes are employees. We frequently hear from student athletes from all across the sports that they participate to enhance their overall college experience and for the love of the game and not to be paid. I hear that, but when the university and the NCAA is making money hand over fist, we have a huge problem on our hands, folks. A problem that is worth consideration, and I think these students are in their rights to collectively bargain. I want to applaud them for fighting against the system, and I want to applaud the NCLRB for making a courageous decision. Another chance for folks to come together and collectively bargain for their right to be and their right to live and their right to have happy lives.